morning, Geekdom! What's up, YouTube? It's artisanmc. I'm not actually that damn excited because I'm about to talk about this She-Hulk shit. And I just thought it would be funny. Shout out to Robin Williams. That I've been given the full voice, the full heft that it deserves. But like, share, subscribe, support the stream if you feel so inclined, or throw a little seasoning on the roast because we're tenderizing this bitch today. Green eggs and hams. Yes, green eggs and yams. So, what you watching? Anybody bother to watch She-Hulk episode 2? Vacation in full effect? Yeah, I see you already more. You was in here a second. I know vacation in effect. I took a day today and it felt like the slowest day on earth. And I was like, damn, I should have took 2 of those. Should have had 2 of those. Slept so good during the day, I couldn't go to sleep at night. All right, so because I couldn't sleep last night because I slept all day, slept to about from 11 something till about all right, sorry about that. It's passing over a bridge and they don't like those signals. They didn't get me. I neoed that shit. All right, so as I was saying, slept till 4 p.m., woke up, took a day off because I needed it. I had been at work 4 days straight and I hadn't had a weekend, so I took 1 day. And because of that, I was up late because I couldn't sleep because I slept too much during the day. And so I went ahead and watched She-Hulk at about 4 o'clock in the morning when I was going to go to sleep. You guys can see me hit a 1, so I know to keep rolling on. There could be a delay in responding to what I say. Just give me a 1 so I know you're wasting time. Okay. What up, Herb? I see you in here. D. Scott. All right, so I was up at 4 a.m. and I decided to turn on the fucking She-Hulk. So it's past the witching hour. I turned on the green thing, green legs and yams, and I gotta tell y'all, I made the joke last week that Kevin Feige gave this chick, Jessica Gal, this show so she would stop showing up in their office every year with a bitch. And they gave it to her just so they could keep her from showing up again next year. I think this is true. Because this is the second episode. There is not shit grabbing me about this show at all. And to be honest with you, I'm waiting for the comedy. Where are the jokes? Where are the fucking jokes? I mean, the only joke that I can see in this show is unintentional. It's unintentional, hopefully. And the joke is how bad the CG looks. I mean, they fixed it for the first episode, but then the second episode, it looks god awful. I'm like, dude, I don't try to be a special effects snob like that, but Jesus, this shit looks terrible. I'm like, who did they have doing this shit? Did you have an all-female CG team? Is that what it is? Is that what you did? You went feminism on the CG, and this was the best that they could fucking do? Because they thought all the other men that did CG just got they positions just because they had testicles? Not that they were actually good at the shit? Jiminy cricket, dude, this looks terrible. And no one, yes, that bad. I'm telling you, no one. Watch the first 10 minutes. Watch the first 10 minutes. When she walks into a bar and you see that She-Hulk in a bar, the color on her hair, the face mapping and stuff, I'm like, Jesus, what did you do? Like, man, I think I could do better than that on this Power Director on my cell phone. I think I could. I don't want to test it and find out, but I think I probably could. Because that is looking like shit. It looked like objectionable to the eye bag. Like, what the fuck, dude? Where did you spend the money? Did you put it on the last episodes or what? Like, god damn. Ugh. Now, there was one part that I can think of in a 30-minute show. Mind you, 30 minutes. There's one part in that show I can think of that made me giggle a little bit. Just like that. It was just a quick one. It was funny. And it was right at the beginning. You know why? Because Jennifer Walters goes into the bar. Everybody knows she's She-Hulk. The news is calling her She-Hulk. And she's all objectified by the name. That the name sounds so derivative that I have to just come from him. Yes, bitch, you big and green like your cousin. Well, of course, your name is going to be derivative. The fuck did you think? You was going to get your own name? Shut up. Right, but she's in there with her paralegal girlfriend, and everybody wants to see She-Hulk, so the paralegal friend, yeah, girl, give her that. Give him the She-Hulk, right? So she's She-Hulk in the bar, and they getting a bunch of free drinks and shit. I don't see anybody talking about sexism or any of that shit or being objectified right now. I really don't. I'm sorry, I missed the objectification. Shout out to KS. St. Samuel's in the building. Never saw a pretty chick turn down a free drink. Never. Okay, so they getting free drinks, and She-Hulk knocking back these whiskeys and shit like that. All right, no big deal. It's lawyers. It's after hours. They're blowing off steam, right? They unwind. Cool. Now her boss shows up into the bar and wants to talk to her, and he doesn't want to talk to her as She-Hulk. He tells her, "I want to talk to Jen, not She-Hulk Jen." I'm like, "Oh, okay." She reverts back to She-Hulk and immediately tries to sit down on the bar stool and falls on the floor. And that was funny to me, right? She said, "Oh, different metabolism," which I don't think that's how it works. It was a silly pratfall. I get into physical comedy, but that was it. The whole episode, that was the part I laughed at. Everything else is just like, okay. It wasn't fucking funny. I'm waiting on the goddamn comedy. I'm really waiting on the comedy. I'm 2 episodes in, and y'all know I'm an advocate for geek shows being that slow burn. You got to get into it. I'm still not seeing shit else interesting in this. You know what the most interesting part is? It comes at the fucking end. Well, here, most interesting part comes at the end. And it just made me laugh, and I laughed and said, "Told you it was them boys," right? And spoiler alert, because I'm saving you from watching this shit. You get to the end where she calls up the Incredible Hulk, right? Calls up Bruce Banner. And she rambling on the phone like airhead fucking chicks do when they just have a bunch of shit they want to say. They just info dump on you. He can't even say a word. She didn't call him to talk to him. She called him to just tell him some shit, obviously. So she just unloading garbage in his ear. And he tells her, yeah, he's fine with her going to represent Blonsky. He cool with that. They passed that shit. That was so many years ago. But it's fine. He'll be gone for a little while. He'll get back to her. And then he hangs up. He zooms out while he's on the phone. And he's on the Sakaran starship out in space. And the motherfucker hyperspace is away. I was like, oh, I told you there was them boys. That blue and gold ship came and picked his ass up. And he's off the Sakar. Right? It's like, okay, yeah, he got a case. That was Dog the Bounty Hunter coming to get Bruce Banner. That shit was kind of funny to me because it's just funny to me from what I said, not because the scene was funny. It's just because for me the inference and what it means. It's like, yeah, they drug his ass back to the car. Cool. So apparently, World War Hulk might be a thing, even though World War Hulk happens on Earth, it doesn't happen on Sakaar. So maybe it'll just be the whole Son of Hulk thing. But whatever the fuck. Get some other green people in there other than Bruce Banner, and people might get their, Jolly Green smashing machine, fixed if you can't get it with Mark Ruffalo. Since they totally pussified Hulk, right? Cut off his green berries. But other than that, there's nothing funny about the fucking show. There's nothing funny. It's not funny. I'm not seeing any comedic fucking writing at all. The CG on the ship look awesome. Right? That's the thing, Herb. Good point. The CG on the ship look a hell of a lot better than the CG on the person. Like, I don't know if they don't know how to match green or black or what the fuck. Or they should have picked a different way to do this shit and did some tests first to see if it was going to work. Because, damn. You might as well just painted this bitch green or got a stand in. Something. Because this CG green chick walking around ain't working for them on the show. I don't understand why. I do not understand why. Because they keep making Hulk look old and gray as fuck with the scraggly beard and all that shit. I don't know what that's about. Like, he just got to look more older and feeble every time they show his ass on the screen. And then this one, you get him just out of there for a while, so it's the rest of her show. He may not be back in the rest of this season. He gonna be busy on the car. We got some paperwork for him. Got a case going on. But otherwise, it's not funny. Now, thankfully, they use her as not She-Hulk for most of the episode, so they can get away from how bad it's looking, but just focusing on, okay, this is the character, right? This is Jen Walters. Sometimes they have Tatiana Maslany looking old as fuck too. There's a scene in there where I think she's at the bar. She looked old as fuck. I was like, God damn, did they get the same lighting crew from Kenobi? The same crew that put the lighting on Hayden Christensen? Because she was looking old as fuck. That forehead and them cheeks and shit, she looked like an old lady sitting up there like, God damn, they ain't doing her no favors. What is up? You can't do the CG or the fucking lighting? God damn, dude, is this your first rodeo? Just say that, we'll cut you some slack. But, oh my God. Look, I told y'all I was gonna watch this shit because I gotta watch it for y'all, right? More than anything else, I gotta watch it. But I was not holding out hope that this was getting better. I wasn't thinking that because the motherfuckers was too defensive. It was too defensive before any episode was shot. So they know they got shit in the can for you. They know they got shit in the can for you. They just trying to put their bluff out there early. Anybody who don't like this shit just hate women. No, I actually love women a lot. I do. I got a lot of love for women. Got some respect for some of them too. But that ain't all of you. Because majority of y'all be on some bullshit. Just saying. I deal with women exclusively. I can tell you that out of love. You on some bullshit. This is on some bullshit. Now the same two loudmouths who all over social media talking about this shit is also executive producers on the shit. They couldn't executive produce shit. If you want to find some really good intellectual biting comedy that's actually funny on the She-Hulk show, I don't usually do this, but look up The Little Platoon on YouTube and his review of She-Hulk. That motherfucker go in. That shit was funny. His review of a comedy is funnier than the damn comedy, which doesn't have any jokes happening. I'm like, it's not even a situational comedy. I'm like, Jesus, it's not funny. Now, what else you get in this? You get the entrance of Blonsky showing up in this shit, right? And he is there, cool. That was already spoiled. You already knew he was going to be there, and the turn for his character that he's all peaceful and shit like that was already spoiled 2 weeks ago. So this is probably more of why this episode feels like absolutely nothing. It was a nothing burger. I could have not watched the shit and caught the next episode, and I still would have been all caught up. Nothing really interesting fucking happened, right? You get more black men showing up being goofy, which I'm really having an issue with it. Every time I see a black dude on screen, he acting fucking goofy and shit. Blonsky is all right. The only thing interesting about Blonsky is his talking about his seven saviors or whoever the fuck that is. That's specific. To me, that's specific. Only connection I can think of that's seven, because he mentioned it twice, would be the 7 heavenly cities. It's the only thing I can think of. Marvel related, that they could actually be relating to behind the scenes. But other than that, I don't fucking know. We'll find out. I'm not really interested in putting that much actually brain power into figuring it out either. I just don't give a fuck. Like, look, if they can't give a fuck about special effects, I can't give enough of a fuck to put that much more emphasis into the show. They didn't. So fuck them. Right? What up, D Remedy, UFO? What's the other part? You finally get to see the rest of the Walters family because they have family dinner and all these old people are there. And thankfully, all the old people are married in heterosexual relationships. Wow. That's awesome. You don't see that too often nowadays, do you? That doesn't happen too often. Woo. They old folks. That means they've been married for a while. Oh, wow. That's amazing. But they couldn't pass the other trope with the one made-up character they threw in there, which was this Ched dude. And fuck, if you saw Argyle in Stranger Things season 4, it's about that character stereotype. Some long-haired dumbass sitting at the table with everybody else going, oh, the dude bro, oh, bro. Spacer, whatever the fuck you want to call him, dude. It's a fucking stereotype sitting at the damn table. I'm like, this is legitimately just the writer taking pop shots at dudes that she don't like. Apparently. But whatever the fuck. Whatever the fuck. You get to see her at her family dinner and how, oh, everybody's talking and talking about this, that, and the other, and asking about superheroes and all the rest of this stuff and making fun of all the rest of this stuff. Does Hawkeye actually have to go and pick up all those arrows? Yes, bitch. Did you watch the rest of the series? So what? Is that supposed to be funny? That's supposed to be funny? Yeah, he goes back and picks up his fucking arrows. If you watch the Hawkeye show, they said that shit. Does that seem too much work for you guys? Lazy asses? But, okay, I guess that's supposed to be the joke in there. Okay, whatever. Just like the Avengers having healthcare or not having healthcare. Okay, I guess that's supposed to be a joke. Whatever. Shit ain't fucking funny. What I've actually found objectionable was the fact that she's sitting there at family dinner and they're asking her all these questions now that they figured out that she's a Hulk and think she's a superhero now. All of a sudden, you know, day one, she's a superhero, knows all the rest of these people, that she just thinks they're boring as fuck. She is sitting there visibly bored as fuck listening to her family. So basically her family is stupid to her. I'm like, God damn, you are a self-centered little bitch. This is not making this character very likable at all. Yeah, Herb. Straight married couples? Old one has that? Oh my God. Oh, where's my pearls? Yeah, straight married couples. Oh my God. When did that happen? They all gray hair too. But that's all you get from the family dinner thing. You didn't see Bruce Banner there. He wasn't there, but then you kind of found out why after that. He was on a slow ship to Sakaar. He was busy. But other than that, this is a wash. I'm really not seeing the interest in the show. Could they turn this shit around for me? I guess. I don't think they will, though. I don't think they will. Why? Because this is already 2 episodes. At least the slowest starting show on Disney Plus for Marvel was WandaVision, because nobody knew what WandaVision was going to be, right? How that was going to work out. It had the slowest start for people because it started in black and white. Even with black and white, 2 episodes of that, 3 episodes it took for people to get on board with what was happening with WandaVision. First 2 episodes were interesting. It was slow because your millennial audience didn't grow up on 50s television, so they weren't into that shit. Everybody over the age of 30-something kind of got it. Like, oh, okay, it's kind of like Leave It to Beaver or Marriage to Ellen Moore. Now, while that was a slow pickup for people, it was still interesting to ask the question, what the fuck is going on? And get you a little curious to watch the next episode to see if you can find out a little bit more of what was going on. This show ain't got nothing goddamn going for it. Outside of the fact you want to see how hard this train is going to wreck. That's it. It's not funny. Billed as a comedy. And there's no reason to even like the fucking character. She's not likable. Outside of the fact that Bonnie has some geek credibility for being on Orphan Black for so long, people like her for that show. But if you think about it in this way, her being on Orphan Black is just like Jessica Alba being on Dark Angel. They got over being young chicks on a good show. They did. That's where their credibility comes from, one show. So she's kind of goofy looking sometimes. Okay, you get it. Give you some credibility on that. Little girl cute. But the show ain't shit. Nothing interesting to me about the show. Even if you keep making her turn into She-Hulk, that ain't fucking interesting because it's not looking right. It's not. I mean, if you could also quit and go like writer anything to complain about. I'm back, you guys. 1 second, because I have to go through this gate. 1 sec, 1 sec, 1 sec. All right, folks. Sorry about that. It's getting closer, and everybody got the signal jammings. But point being, I was saying was that if you're going to be the face of a superhero law division, yes, you need to be in superhero form. That's your fucking job. Now, you can be upset about it all you want to. If you stand on a principle you don't want to be in this superhuman form, then quit the job and go do something else. You don't want to be a fucking superhero. Those are choices. If you had that kind of stand you want to take. But it was just silly. So, like I said, this episode was not much more than you got the last time. It's not funny. It's not even that damn interesting. It's not. It just happened. So I challenge anybody to say, "Oh, it was awesome," just because I'm curious to see what you thought was awesome about it. I really want to know. Not to prove it to me, just to maybe I missed something. Look, I told y'all before, I'm not the know-it-all. Okay, I know a lot. I don't know it all. Maybe it's not for me. Maybe it is just for chicks. I will be searching out some chicks that I can find who watch this shit and ask them their opinion on it. But I ain't found one yet because they don't give a fuck about this. But until then, I'm stuck with my assessment of the show. And my assessment of the show is it's fucking boring. And it's not funny, which is disappointing. Because everything that's supposed to be funny is not. And all the stuff in Marvel that's not supposed to be funny is funny. You need a better writer. Now, I keep forgetting, unfortunately, how many more episodes of this shit I have to watch. But I am counting it down. Can they turn it around? I don't think so, but I would hope. But, you know, I'm kind of optimistic at times. So, yeah, average at best is average at worst. At worst is average. At best, it's not as below average. It's like, Jesus. And mind you, I don't want any of this stuff to be bad. I don't like sitting here and having to tell you how bad something is. I don't. I want this shit to actually be good. At least passable. But, dude, I get no pleasure out of this shit. This is not fun for me. It's not fun for me to watch it. It's not fun for me to have to tell you, yeah, I saw it and it was shit. That's not fun for me at all, dude. So we'll see what they get up to next episode. But I'm not looking forward to it. I'll still watch it, but I won't be looking forward to it. But with that, I'm going to go ahead and get out of here because I'm here at work and now I'm late because of traffic, which is always not fun. Like, share, subscribe, support the stream if you feel so inclined. Go watch it. It'll be something worth talking about. I think some of these things you should watch, not have to, you should watch just so you know how bad it is and you're not repeating somebody else saying it's bad. Just so you can have your own points of what you found objectionable about it, outside of the same ones everybody else said, right? So that's it. I'm artisanmc, and I will catch you guys next time. Peace.